you bust one motherfucker in his mouth and say to bust the next motherfucker. You don't say, I'm gonna focus on this nigga. And not because the reality is, again, majority of the niggas have been neutralized through terrorism, not to make a move. Okay? Just when we talk about Black Wall Street. Now, when Pharaoh was talking about Black Wall Street, I just want to let Pharaoh know they had guns. They had guns. They wasn't that stupid. They did have guns. And the reality was, when they tried to hang that brother, they went down there with the heat. Okay? They didn't have heat. That's why they went to the airplane. Okay? See? So it's deeper than that. And again, when we talking about, they had guns. They had guns. And from what I hip you to the documentary that gave me that information, that they went down there to protect the brother. You understand what I'm saying? And when it broke out, niggas was actually winning. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they went to a higher plane, because them motherfuckers pulled out one of them goddamn M60s. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers belt fed shit and put the motherfucker up on the hill. You know what I'm saying? Over the city. And then here you can hear the people's testimony, how they were shooting all down through the motherfucking houses and shit. And they went to the airplane because many of them white boys was motherfucking veterans of the war and shit. And they had, gave them planes after the war, and they was dropping bombs down. And they don't talk. This is the only time in history where the goddamn government dropped bombs on its own damn people. We ain't they people. But if you want to read into it like that, you understand what I'm saying? So that lets you know that, ultimately, you understand what I'm saying? That it can't just be a community unto itself. It got to be, and even there, you understand what I'm saying? It show you, even if it's a nationalistic blueprint to do some shit, like they got Rex 84. But you know that. And so it's like you turn it around, nigga, you see it from their eye and you see it from your eye, and you keep turning this bitch. You keep turning it all the time. The plan is not no shit where it's just written in stone. Nigga, it's a ever-changing plan based on the demographics. Now, when I speak of the demographics I'm speaking of right now, I'm talking about the neighborhood stuff. I'm talking about the neighborhood stuff today, at this point in time. And I'm talking about Detroit. I'm speaking from my own community, and I know that this is a reality. I was in Buffalo, same goddamn reality. Every time I pulled up in a goddamn gas station or a damn liquor store, it was a Arab in there. So it ain't no different. And then goddamn it, I didn't see no damn hair stores, but I'm guaranteeing you it's the same as Detroit. So this shit is reality all over the country. So now, we're going to look at the 5 simul, and it's more than that, but we're going to put 5 with an up front. We already discussed the war with ourselves. Okay, we already discussed the war with ourselves. We got a 2%. We don't even have a 2%. And I went over that. You know what I'm saying? So what we got to do is quit acerbating the situation, meaning making it bigger than what it is, without explaining that it could be easily corrected. Okay, when we exacerbate the situation, it makes it seem like it's unachievable to the people. When you act about, oh man, niggas is wild and crazy. No, the majority of niggas is neutralized niggas. They won't get up off of their ass to do nothing, because the reality is most of these niggas don't have no aspirations. They don't have no demand. They don't have no will. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have none of that. Their leaders been taken, and that's another thing. The major black institutions that was leading us, they've been assassinated. So we can't act as if we didn't put no positive energy in this shit. This is about power. And anytime a motherfucker ride, listen, this my block, this my crew, okay? Then I let a nigga in, and then I can hear the nigga one day See, he didn't think I was listening. Man, that nigga said he ain't shit. Nigga, I'm about to do this shit way bigger than Seti. And I'm listening to the nigga. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come right on out the door with that thing. And I'm gonna crack that motherfucker in the middle of his motherfucking head, right? And I'm gonna have my mans in them drag his ass off the block, and I'm gonna look at everybody else in the crew. Any motherfucking agreement with this nigga? Who in agreement with this nigga? Okay? Well, you can step your bitch ass up and I'll deal with your bitch ass right now too. You understand what I'm saying? So when you got to understand, ain't nobody gonna let you come in their motherfucking house and talk about whether it's morally correct. Power ain't got nothing to do with morals, nigga. Me being out of power is immoral. Okay, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. So anytime you in another man's house and you talking about removing him from power, whether it's non-violent violence or it's just outright violence, you understand? He gonna bring violence to your ass. Now, let me deal with these numbers, okay? Let me deal with these numbers so we can understand our power outside of the motherfucker or what we could do. Now, again, I went over Chicago. Chicago got 150,000 gang members. But not all of them niggas is vicious enough to murder somebody. You know what I'm saying? So even though that's a larger number than what I'm gonna give you, when I'm talking about ignorant, savage, cannibalistic niggas, I'm talking about somebody that would murder, rape, or commit any type of child violence, any of that. And so when you talking about that level of people, even though you got 150,000 gang members in Chicago, not all of them niggas is gonna do no silly shit like that. So I don't want people to have this broad brush where you just sweep this ignorant shit over everybody. And I know some niggas that bang all day, but them niggas ain't gonna do no shit like that. They're gonna get out there, hustle, do their own motherfucking thing, wear their gang shit, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? As long as a nigga don't step to them, they ain't gonna be about no dumb shit. So everybody not about that. So if you think it's 1.3 million black people in Chicago, do 2% of that would be 26,000. There is not no 26,000 ignorant, even though it's 500 murders in Chicago. If it was 26,000, which is 2%, ignorant ass niggas that would murder, rape, and do you know 500 wouldn't be shit? 500 murders wouldn't be shit. Nigga, you might have that on a weekend. If it was 26,000 ignorant ass niggas raping, nigga, women wouldn't be able to go on the street. Now, there's some violent areas, some sick niggas out there. But if you had 26,000 niggas, 2% of 1.3 million on the street with that type of mentality, do you know what the fucking numbers would be? It would be a fucking uproar. It would be, they would have been had to, which would be a power play, but they would have been had to bring the motherfucking military in on some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got New York, got a 2 million black population. So 2% of 2 million is 40,000. Now Chicago damn murder rate greater than New York's. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Detroit, got a 700,000 black population. And 2% of that is 14,000. So we got to quit. It ain't even 2% of it. But if we are neutralized to the point where we don't neutralize they savage ass. You understand what I'm saying? It will make it seem like everybody is involved and everybody is involved. Because the 98%, which really ain't, is really 99, even if you cut it in half, at 2%, 20, if you cut it in half and say 1%, it's still 13,000. God damn, it ain't even one. It's like a half, it ain't even a half of a percent of ignorant ass niggas But to neutralize niggas allow this shit to go on, you know, perpetuating itself over and over and over and over. We won't step up to stop nothing. Nothing. And so the neutralized nigga is just as motherfucking responsible as the decoy nigga and the cannibalistic nigga. Because the 98% ain't stepping, and they dependent on niggas not to step up. That's how they able to continue to have the success that they having, locking niggas up. If niggas would say, you know what, we're not letting our babies go through this shit no more. You understand what I'm saying? You would have all them damn prison systems, you would have a war with these motherfuckers. Because if you, it's like you got your baby by one arm and they got the baby by the other, and y'all pulling the baby like this. That's what it's gonna be. Because you saying you're gonna close down the prison industrial system. That includes lawyers, judges, police, and all that. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to shut, so you already know you're not ready to go there. And the fact is the terrorism that they got a joker, that they gonna come down and play that card. So eventually, if that's the card that they gonna play, you got to have the joker. You got to say, well, goddamn it, then it's gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. But that's after all you done laid the blueprint for the community takeover. That's the, you know what I'm saying? You going the route of nonviolence, but it's nonviolent violence to them. You got to understand that, because you still taking them out of access to power, and they're not gonna like that. You see what I'm saying? So at that, showing you how we got the potential of power, got that many numbers. You know what I'm saying? You got that many people versus probably, you know, maybe 4,000 ignorant niggas, and you still even there. If you have 4,000 ignorant niggas that's willing to murder on sight, even then the number 500 wouldn't be shit, because even then it would be higher. And so how's the fuck we got all of these neutralized niggas that you don't have no aspirations. Your blueprint for black power, and it's about black power. Just like when the white man, he say African American, you might as well just say black. All in one group. All in one group. He don't separate you niggas. So ain't no other motherfucking plan gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever motherfucker, when the motherfucking white man hear black power, that shit bring fear. Ain't no other term that could be used, nigga. Even though it don't have the necessary energy it need, because the people that's gonna be the plan that win us over. It ain't gonna be no other motherfucking plan. I can guarantee you that. So we can go any fucking route we want. I guarantee you at the end, all of that is diverted energy. All of that shit, you gonna ask the man for some goddamn sovereignty. And you gonna go fill out an application, and every motherfucking application that you niggas fill out, I guarantee you got to take it down there to the county building, the state building, and that motherfucker, after you fill it, he gonna stamp that bitch, and he gonna send you something in the mail. So if he can stamp it, he can unmotherfucking stamp it. Nigga, how in the fuck, when you got sovereignty, that mean, you at top, you on the top. Ain't nothing to hand nothing, nigga, to. I'm on top. Who the fuck am I gonna hand some? Here go my application to be solving. I mean, what kind of bitch shit is that? That's bitch shit. Can I be solving? Yes, let me go and put my stamp on it. And then you got to keep paying you, or just like any motherfucking thing, license or anything, it's gonna be a renewal. Can I? So you in the line? Can I renew my sovereignty? Can I renew my sovereignty today, sir? You know what I'm saying? Can I put myself, nigga, when you solve, nigga, ain't no application to hand nothing to. Nigga, I'm at top. I'm the pinnacle of the nation. I don't have to hand shit to nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So all of that shit is a motherfucking diversion of goddamn energy. All right. And so, let me get on down to this. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Don't give a goddamn. I'm going to keep working. You know what I'm saying? Till I get to where I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's deal with this. Back to on Detroit. We talk about, and this right here, not necessarily Detroit, but the community, the black community as a whole, especially the South and West. We talking about the Mexicans. Okay? Now, what we seeing here with the Mexicans, because this is about our power, because they in there trying, again, on top of what's happening. They trying to become the new nigga. You understand? The new number one nigga. You understand what I'm saying? But they ain't got the energy. You understand what I'm saying? To do what we do. So no matter what they try to do, they ain't as creative as us. And I can tell them to their motherfucking face. Bitch, don't nobody want to hear that shit y'all singing and shit, dancing in clothes and shit, bitch. Don't nobody want to do that. You know, so we always gonna lead in certain areas of culture. That's just all it is too. Okay? But what they trying to do, at first, we was the number two. We was number one at one point in time. It was more black people in this country than any other people. You know, and then white people started their immigration process where they start inviting all them Europeans over. But at first, and that's why they had to implement the Willie Lynch program, because we were over here in numbers and we was mad and we was having revolts. They still had guns, but nigga, at the end of the day, nigga, we was going to eventually see all that down. And they knew, goddamn it, they could not stay over here with us having the major numbers, and we mad as fuck, and we still know who we are. You understand? Can't have that. So they had to implement a program which they call Willie Lynch to rape us of all of that, to separate us from our women, to separate us from our children. You understand what I'm saying? To ban certain elements of our culture, and not even to have too many of one tribe on the plantation. Mix us up so our language was, you know, we had different languages. That way we couldn't communicate. And if we can't communicate, we can't plan. You know, like, you know, we need to. You understand? Down in South America, see them Spanish and them goddamn Portuguese. See, they rob whole areas, or they, you know, one population. You know, taken from one area, Angola and this, that. And so in that instance, you know what I'm saying? The people still had the same language, still had the same spirituality. And with that, they were able to plot and plan a whole lot easier. Willie Lynch understood that and came over here and bust that shit up. You know, if you came over there, they had a manifesto on you, where you came from. Okay, he's from Angola, he's from Nigeria, he's from, send him there, send him there. You know, and as they came over, they got a list of how many on the plantation. Okay, they got too many already from Senegal. We don't want no more. Send him there. So they kept a record to keep us split up. You see what I'm saying? Which was a difference from South America. So, you know, now today, you know what I'm saying? They trying to put a distance in between, you know, a further distance in between blacks and white, because they see us as the ultimate enemy. We got more potential than any other people. You understand what I'm saying? So today the Mexican is trying to replace us as the number one minority in the United, and they you know, got 10 million more Hispanics in this country than black. Okay, and so they still piling them in. So that alone is a threat, because if they piling them in and they get a mass number over us, then they arguments, aspirations become number one priority over ours. So we go from number 2 to number 3, and if we keep it up, we're gonna go to number 4. Okay, that's a fucking threat. So as we look at the possibilities, the probability is they're gonna keep going up and up in numbers. That's the probability. So when we look in the future, we already see that this is a war that's gonna be on us, and we're not talking about the war that the Hispanics got on blacks out west. We act like we stupid, but I go over it, and I've been over that over and over and over and over. It's all out war. You can go look up at documentaries on goddamn TV where they shooting down black women and black children in the street just because they live in an area that they don't want to. They want sole control of the area. So to send a message to black people, they'll shoot a black woman or a black child down in the goddamn street. That's why I say it's simultaneous war. We can't keep sitting there. How the fuck we gonna deal with the nigga? And these motherfuckers got more technical support, got more economic support than the nigga to inflict way more damage on us. We going up in the goddamn prison system. It's damn near 2 million of us in the prison system. Okay? The white man got way more technical economic support to hurt us. He don't got to do the little shit. Yeah, the nigga do nigga shit. Goddamn it, long as 1,000, 2,000 niggas going in and out of CVS, he done did more damage than anything a nigga could do. You understand? Because we not looking at that. Because we are taught to look away from the hand of the man. Because that's just, we looked at it, we defeated in that instant. We can't beat him. So many niggas saw the hangings. You understand what I'm saying? They saw the hangings and they kept on walking by because it wasn't nothing they could do. And so over the hundreds of years of us just walking by sin, that's why we can look at it today. Goddamn it, because they didn't play the joke on us. And so we done been grafted into what we is. So I blame the white man for everything that we are. But I blame our people at this point in time for continuing to let him do it. You understand? It's time for us to play that motherfucking Joker card at some point in time. Just like I said, when you think about Germany, you know what I'm saying? Using that as an example, even though ours was far greater, long before Hitler walked them Jews in that oven, them damn Germans was already sending them motherfuckers messages. It didn't just up and say one day. They was already writing on their shit, throwing bricks through their windows and shit, burning down their synagogues when they got a chance, jumping them in the street. They was giving messages, okay? And we've been giving messages, but we gonna look at the little nigga. And even though he must be dealt with, okay? When we look at the numbers, that could be checked. Now turn around and look at these other motherfuckers. You're going to have to war with these motherfuckers for real, okay? Now, we understand that the Mexicans want to become a strong number two. You understand what I'm saying? And when they become a strong number two, their voice going to become a louder voice. Their cause is going to become greater causes, okay? And another thing the Mexicans will do, they'll work for slave wages. Niggas you owe us. We not going, but that's a war. That's a threat to us because he's willing to come over here and work for slave wages, knowing they owe us. See, he know they know. He know. See, he looking at it too. He looking at it from three ways. He looking at it from our perspective. He looking at it from the white man perspective. The Mexican already know. The nigga not gonna work for that because they didn't build this bitch. You see what I'm saying? So what we'll do to come over here to undermine them, we're going to come and work for slave wages. Now, some dumb motherfucker say, well, if they'll do that, bitch, we not doing it. Fuck on. Sick of you niggas. We should, bitch, shut the fuck up. If you want to go work for $2, $3, bitch, go ahead. We not about dollars. We about power today, okay? And so now they coming in. If you ever been in all black and then you just up and see Mexicans and shit start walking around, see that's a covert attack because they send them in little by little, and then in a minute they're gonna have enough of them motherfuckers in there to upset the balance. So historically black communities where black peoples was at, now it's goddamn a lot of Mexicans in there and they can flip the balance, and then if they done dominated the area to get the rest of the niggas out of the area, they'll start motherfucking assaulting us and murdering us in the goddamn street to get us out of there, okay? Creating another dynamic to overshadow already dilemmas in the black community, okay? So that's where we at with them. They are a threat to us. That's a simultaneous, because when you flip it and look, they coming in this bitch to take it over. They coming in this bitch to eventually to get in a position to take it over. That's ultimately. Now, how they do it, we only know what we see, but they looking at it the same way, flipping it. They looking at it from our perspective and the white man perspective and their perspective. So they ain't got no place for you. So if you think it's all about just a nigga and white man, that's bullshit. Nigga, you got to fight these motherfucking wars simultaneous. And quit talking about it's just a nigga. It's not just a nigga. It's a white man. It's a Mexican. It's an Arab. It's a motherfucking Asian. All of them is jockeying for power. And if they get in goddamn power, they ain't gonna cheat your ass no better than the white man, nigga. Okay? We own this shit today. Now, we talking about the air. Now, I can speak from you know, my own fucking, dealing with the Arabs and shit, in Detroit, because Detroit got the largest Arab community outside of the Middle East in the United States. Okay. And so what the Arabs is doing to these black communities is, the same shit they doing in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Coming in, seizing the economy. So the same operation in Libya, the same operation in Egypt, the same operation in Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, all of that shit is the same operation in Detroit. Okay, you come in, you seize the economy, you seize the resources. You understand what I'm saying? And in that instance, once you understand, listen to me. Once you understand that in anywhere in the world, this is power 101. This is economics, not niggonomics, economics 101. The main source of income in any community is the mom and pop local businesses in the community. That's it. So when another man come in your community and seize the local businesses, they have declared war on your ass because they know that is primarily the only source of income to feed the goddamn community. So if a motherfucker, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. The little shit niggas is doing is little shit that can be dealt with. This is far greater. I'm just going to say it for what it is. You understand what I'm saying? This shit right here is far greater because with that 1.3 million of neutralized, if they wanted to, they could turn that shit around today. But again, there's a card being played on that because they know they've been terrorized into that position. So again, unless we talking about that Joker, and that's where the Joker gonna come into play. Other than that, then you ain't being probable. You ain't being probable. Your possibilities and your probabilities is fucked up. We got to deal with the possibilities, the probabilities, and the fucking possibilities. And the reality is, it's gonna be impossible to assume any power of our own without some form of violence. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? Whether we initiate it or not, they gonna initiate. And the reality is, and I'm gonna show you how niggas is scared of the fact that the majority of the time that it's been initiated on you. The few times that niggas did initiate it, yeah, we got some slave revolts, this, that, and the third. We had that. But the majority of the time, the white man don't give a fuck. He gonna initiate the violence on you. And that's what I'm saying. So niggas don't even have a sense of self-defense, nigga. And if you ain't got the sense of self-defense, nigga, ain't nothing can be done. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got a self-defense to defend your own woman and your own damn children. This motherfucker come down here, do whatever the fuck he want. And because niggas is in, you got to break all rules at some point in time. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. Because we need to get the understanding of power and community and nationalism. But don't ever forget. And as the gatekeeper, I must say that. If it come that fucking time, I don't give a fuck how I got to be done. I don't got to give a fuck who it gonna be done on. Bitch, we got to be here. That's all it is to it. And as a leader, I have to say that. We got to be here. I don't give a fuck. I got to be here. Regardless, nigga. And so regardless to how many times, we get a flag, no matter how we doing this raw. You understand what I'm saying? 3 times I try to get away of saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? So people understand that got to be played. Because reality, that's why we in the predicament. If we at least had the card and know we could play it and just be strategic on how to play it. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's just like having a gun and be trained in having it. You know what I'm saying? To know when to use it. You understand what I'm saying? But to say we not going to even talk about it, no, we can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about them coming, these Arabs coming over here, they've been invited. They've been invited. See, that's a double teaming us. They've been invited. They didn't have no fuckers a goat herder over in the fucking with goddamn camel sandwich and some goddamn flip-flops on his motherfucking feet. Know about a community in Detroit and unless somebody came over there and laid it out and showed the ability. See, when they got that oil, they said, okay, we're going to exchange, we're going to make this, and then you can bring some of your peoples on over. I got a blueprint where y'all can open up gas stations. Then when they seen they saw the gas, then they start opening up Coney Islands and shit. And then the thing is, they get loans to come to America. See, that's the hookup. We don't get no reparation. We don't get, so that's a blueprint of power that's far greater than the little nigga shit that's going on every day, because we could check this. But when we have to check this, we got to step with our mind right. We got to be on this power play shit, which this shit, them niggas can be jumped on today. If righteous niggas wanted to be a gang and we say, fuck this, we could stop that today. We don't need nobody permission to stop that. You know what I'm saying? We could do that today. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, they come over here with loans, no taxes for get started, nigga. We're gonna help you out. Go on over there, get it rolling, get them. We're gonna let you. I see some liquor stores, man. These motherfuckers is so exquisite. It look like a library. Motherfucker got to get on the ladder to go to the top. I mean, I'm talking about damn near 12, 15 feet. Nigga, I'm not just talking, I'm talking about 12, 15 motherfucking feet. Nigga got to climb to the top of the ladder to go get shit. You see what I'm saying? So they, you know, that's how they doing it. You know what I'm saying? So they get that kind of, you know, loan and taxes. And so, again, when we talk about the stores that they own in Detroit, Coney Island, that's a restaurant in Detroit. Any motherfucker been in Detroit know what it is. They got them all over. That's a 24-hour restaurant. Nigga go in there, get all them greasy ass hot dogs and hamburgers and all type of breakfast and shit. You understand what I'm saying? 24 hours, and they all over Detroit. So I can about guess it's at least 300 Coney Islands, no less than 300 Coney Islands in Detroit or more. Okay. Then now today they starting the fish fry where niggas want fish, even though they ain't supposed to sell you no cooked food. What they do is they'll tell you, you know, in case if you got, you know, some state funds. I'm just showing you how they doing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no knock on my people. Get it how you get it. Nigga, get everything you could get. You understand what I'm saying? That's your way of, you know, get everything and transform that shit. So that ain't no knock. But to show you how they gonna get the money is that even though the fish is cold, they say, you buy fish, we'll fry that shit for free. You see, keep getting, so he gonna get all the dollars. You understand? So they got the Coney Islands, then they got the fish fries. They got a lot of them. They ain't got as many Coney Islands, but they got them. Then they got the gas station. And motherfuckers know that's where they gonna spend the majority of their money every day. Either you gonna go to the gas, because it's right there on the corner. Now, if you want your liquor, you're gonna have to go to a liquor store. But that's the only time, you know, so the liquor store and the gas station is where people gonna go on a daily basis to spend most of their money. That's where they're going. You understand what I'm saying? So they probably got no less than 300, 400, 500 gas stations all over Detroit. Okay? Then, not only do they got the Coney Islands, the fish fry, and the gas stations, the motherfuckers got the mom and pop clothing stores. Even when you go in there trying to get your little, and so most of the shit in there been made by the Asian. So that show you they teaming up, goddamn it, to fucking beat you in that instance. You know, they got all the mom and pop where you want to go in there and get your little outfits, get your little gym shoes if you don't want to go to Foot Locker. They might got some, you know, a few little freaky, you know, styles that ain't in Foot Locker or something. So they'll order that shit in more times than not. They ain't real. The Asian that made them motherfuckers. So they own all the mom. And then you go in the liquor store, they selling pizza and chicken. Some liquor stores got the motherfucking grill right on in there. They selling your piece, that greasy ass, nasty ass shit. You know them Arabs nasty than a motherfucker. You know, I done seen the peoples coming there bust their ass all the time. They be back there with that bleach and shit, bleaching that goddamn meat and shit. And if it got a lot of redness on, they done dyed it just so that it don't look so goddamn dead and shit. You got to watch them. Even the mobile phone stores, they own that. You see what I'm saying? So if you think about all of them damn stores, we talking about thousands and thousands of stores owned in the black community by the Arab. Understand if those were, each one of them was owned by one individual African family, one individual black family. If you're not taking them back, you ain't taking shit back. You understand what I'm saying? When you take that back, that's half the battle. And when you take that back and you operate it with black power, when you step to them in the Congress and you step to them overseas about your reparation, you step in power and with your word got backing. You ain't got no backing. Then we go to the Asians. They got the beauty supply. On top of the Arabs. Man, this is an onslaught. This is an onslaught. So when you think about this shit, and I want to go over this shit, and I want to be real, the nigga is little, even though it's devastating. The reality that the nigga exists because his motherfucking economy is owned by another fucking people. If you eliminate these motherfuckers and give black families the businesses of their own motherfucking community, you would not have these niggas out here. So this is the nigga making machine right here. It ain't the nigga, it's the nigga making machine. Long as this shit stay in power, it's gonna always be low-life and frustrated niggas. Okay? And as long as the police is able to kill us in the street in the eyes of the world and we don't have no help, we ain't got no power of our own to force these motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Even though we know the vote ain't gonna do it. If we was conscious and understood power and took back our community in certain areas, that vote could mean something. Might not mean nothing forever, but you can sure send a message for a minute enough to flip some shit and get some shit moving. And if that end, then okay, then we'll move the fuck on because we ultimately know that ain't gonna win it for us. But at least getting ourselves in a fucking position where we can flip some shit for a minute, get in a position. You understand what I'm saying? You got an 82% black motherfucker. You can dictate who on the police force, nigga. Okay? You can dictate who on there. Now, it's always going to be some niggas on there that's going to do what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? But you can dictate how they treat motherfuckers to a certain extent if you got enough people in power to make sure they do that. Okay? You can do that in certain areas. It ain't going to be done in all areas. It's predominantly done in an area where you got a mass number of blacks. Okay? You got 1.3 million blacks in Chicago. If they if they take over their goddamn community, ain't no way you're going to be able to send, because motherfuckers will shut the city down because they on their right mind. Bitch, until y'all change, we shutting the city down. You see, get these motherfuckers up out of here today. We don't want no more motherfucking whites, majority white police in this community, coming in this fucking community. We shutting all businesses down, bitch, that's it. We shutting downtown down. We not putting a dollar no motherfucking way. You can hurt motherfuckers. Now, it could bring a situation of violence where they say, okay, even though you playing a violent card, they might come with violence and say, oh, okay, you niggas think you smart, huh? Okay, and come down there with some shit. But the reality is the reason why we are creating so many frustrated young blacks in this country, again, reading up, no fucking inheritance. No fucking inheritance. No fucking inheritance. So this is where the fucking war gonna be won. Not fucking around with no little nigga that they're gonna keep rolling off the goddamn assembly line because niggas don't have nothing. You in a fucking empire where bitches got trillions of dollars at the top. You won't, and you ain't even got a crumb. You gonna have niggas. How the fuck is you gonna, you know what I'm saying? That reality is gonna be. And so it's like we'll focus on the nigga because the nigga is the easiest motherfucker to attack. The reality is these motherfuckers, you're gonna have to bring some smoke. You're gonna have to bring your A game. You're gonna have to bring your A game to this fight right here. And so niggas been pumped out of fighting for so goddamn long, they don't even fight in the motherfucker they can beat. They don't even got no fight in them. So, you know, I see with the children, and this is why the children need these blueprints, so they can see the predicament that they in. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? I'm almost at my goddamn, because ain't no more else I can tell motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I did talk about us stepping to Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Which we need to do because, you know, we losing our power, our ability for power in the world. You understand? We're talking about we Africans. We are. Racially, we Africans. Culturally, economically, socially, spiritually, we niggas. And that's why I keep telling them, why you use the word nigga? Bitch, do you see these demographics? Don't come and play with me. Yes, we Africans. Yes, we kings. Yes, we all that in a spiritual sense. But we don't want to play ourselves. We niggas. N-I-double-G-E-R. We in a nigga reality. And that's why I say niggas is, you know, we ready to get rid of the word, but we don't want to get rid of the reality. If the reality exists, the word exists. Don't come play no motherfucking games with me. And so, how are we Africans? And I'm almost at the end, family. I'm almost at the end. Work with me. Work with me. Because I don't need, I've been preparing myself for this. And a lot of times, I put up videos, but this more of a motherfucking spiritual mental lecture. Ain't about no motherfucking putting, I understand I would have did it that way, but I put all my shit, I wrote it down, and I thought about putting it in the goddamn, but it was so much shit, I say, fuck it, I'm gonna just read it off the goddamn cards. You know what I'm saying? How are we Africans if we don't have any influence in Africa? And I say to myself, and again, we got to start here. This is the building block. But if I brought families in Africa who love us, and it's some Africans over there that don't love us, because we're a threat to their power. That's why I say when I'm getting ready to go over here, I'm not asking nobody for shit. You understand? When my mind is right, and I done took back this, and I done ran the vagabonds and the thieves, and whatever gonna come out of the reparations, even if we don't get economic, long as we reparate ourselves, get our mind right so we can stop the fucking assault, the overt assault. And that way, if it's going to be some assault, it's going to be outright, bitch. We see it coming. We got a defensive structure ready to absorb any of that. But once we get our head right on how power is ran, how the community is ran, how nationalism is ran, then you step to the reparation. In the meantime, you got to have spiritual reparation, been raped spiritual. And I'm not talking about, just floating around. I'm talking about spiritual power. At the end of our spiritual reparation, we should have spiritual power, not just spirituality. I'm spiritual. So what, bitch? You ain't got no spiritual power. God damn, dog. You just floating. If it ain't got no power, bitch, we got community. Do you got communal power? Do you got communal power? I got an education. Do you have educational power? If you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing. I got education. So what, bitch? You ain't even got a job. Bye. Get out of my goddamn face. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have power. And then when you got that type of mind, when you get ready to step to Africa, you understand? It's going to be a blueprint because you're going to have to look at it every time. You're going to have to flip it. What the motherfucker thinking about? I'll throw shit out there just to get motherfuckers talking. What the fuck he say? We owe him. Yeah, go on say it, bitch. Get it on out you. It's going to be some family that's going to want us to help because they owe Africans reparations. Just like the United States snakes owe Africans over here reparations, the Arabs owe Africans reparations, and the Europeans owe African reparations, and Africans owe Africans reparations. And the motherfuckers that's in power are puppets no different than the Al Sharpton, the Farrakhan, and everybody over here. So we got to deal with Judas leadership. We have Judas leadership and good nigga initiatives and initiates all over the world. We got to deal with them. So, as a instrument of war, I'll throw some shit out just to see how you feel. What that nigga say, we gonna give him, okay, nigga. Yeah, talk that talk. Talk that talk. Because believe me, I'm that nigga. Believe me, ain't no game with me, dog. I just tell you, man, for the love of my people, of what I see they need, and we got the force, we got the demand, we got the will, we got the aspirations, we got the action and numbers. and we ready to wield that to bring about power, I'm not going to tell you on this live stream what I would do, because you would think I was one of every man you ever heard of that eradicated some people. I would be talked about amongst that number. I could just tell you that. I would be heartless. And I could just tell you that from the bottom of my heart. That's no game. So I don't even open up my mouth sometimes because it just flow like water. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's our time to get it together here so we can address our situation there. Because you can see the Chinese, the Russians and shit, they are redirecting Africa. We got $1 trillion spending power. And that can triple and quadruple if we take back the goddamn community. Then you can see the wealth. See, they know we don't own our community. We don't have no wealth. We ain't flipping shit. But if we got the businesses and we flipping it, then when we step to Africa, our family in Africa, we could tell the Africans that's being oppressed on the ground, who love us and ready to work, look, we about to make these moves. Now, I said that. I didn't say what move. But you ain't got to say it because it's already there. And they know it, and they know it, and they know it. You understand what I'm saying? And how it happened, and they got a contingency for it. But no, as long as you know they got a contingency for it, you can have a contingency for their motherfucking contingency. Okay? That's how this game is played. But you got to know the rules of the game and how it operates. You see what I'm saying? And so, no different than Black America must have key influence on the continent of Africa. That's our expansion. No different than the European, the British, the French, and Germans have key influence in the United States. And again, I say there must be a global African coalition to rid African Judases, to rid the African community of African Judases that continuing to sell African people out to the European to this very day. You understand what I'm saying? And so if we don't have influence in Africa today, there ain't gonna be no place in Africa for us tomorrow. We got to look. We can have that. You understand? We got the ability to have that. It's in our power. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we got to get our motherfucking mind right today. Me and Pharaoh got to take this shit right here. Got to go on the road. It's damn near we got to have 2 fucking lectures. Wherever we talking about, if this ain't on the motherfucking tape, we got to quit. You know what I'm saying? We got to have 2 lectures. We're going to give y'all the history because we got to have history. We got to have history. We got to have this blueprint for Black Power too. We got to have that too. You understand what I'm saying? We got to spit this shit all the time. This is the main meat of what the fuck we about. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what's going to change it around. The history is also the spiritual food that keep that power generating. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to feed your power. That's your aspirations. That's where you get your aspirations from. That's where you get your will from. That's where you get your demand from. You understand what I'm saying? But this way you get that action and you get that numbers and you know what I'm saying? You get that strategy of today on how we're going to operate. You see what I'm saying? And so if we don't influence Africa today, there won't be a place for us tomorrow. The Chinese, the Russians, Arabs, and any that's trying to infiltrate Africa will have our place. And we got to see that it's happening. The motherfucking Mexicans over here trying to take our place. Everybody trying to take our place because we don't understand what power is. Okay? And so, with $1 trillion, I'm winding down, family. I'm winding down. Okay? With $1 trillion spending power, we can make some shit go our way. We can make some shit go our way. You understand? We just got to lay this shit out and not have decoy niggas come with a decoy plan. Again, look at the possibilities, look at the probabilities, look at the impossibilities to bring about a cold, hard reality. And then flip it on the other side and see the contingency that's going to be laid out to stop you. You understand? From any type of achievement and success in your endeavors. You got to look at it all ways. You got to look at all this shit and turn it. Know your enemy, know yourself. Okay? We want political influence and power in Africa. We want economic influence and power in Africa. We don't just want to goddamn be over there, just setting up on the goddamn, on some nigga. We want to and help direct the policies of Africa. But the only way we could do that is understand policies here. You understand? Right here in our own community. So family, I'm winding down. I went through a lot of information. That's key. Believe me, man. I put a lot of motherfucking black politics in there. That, it's about power. Okay? It's about power. Let me go over this shit as I lead out. Threw that shit on the floor. Let me get it up. Going out. So you understand it again. Power, listen to me, is the ability to bring your aspirations to reality regardless of any opposing force trying to stop you. Okay? That's what power is. And what is the objective of power? To take. Because power is always transferred by force. That's just the equation of power. Nobody gives away power. That's reckless use of power. To take, maintain, wield, and expand power. Now, power is always backed up by force. When force is demand, you demand it. You're not negotiating. I'm going to go over that again. You're not asking the motherfucker, can you stamp my sovereignty? Can you please give me reparations, boss man? Can you? No, you demand. Bitch, get my shit. I got these peoples back. I got my family out here. We a million strong. We got the will. We know what it is. We know we kings and queens. Our teachers and our prophets been feeding us our history. We know who we are. We know we the ancient Africans. We know we the ancient Nubians, Egyptians, Ethiopians. We know we that. We know we built this goddamn planet. You understand what I'm saying? So that gives us our aspiration. We got the numbers. And we bout that action, Jackson. That's force. Now, is to make, with that force, you see, power, you understand, with that force, you wield that force, what? To make them submit. You got to wield that force to make them submit. And so that's what we doing today. You understand what I'm saying? We're not about no fake information. We're not about no fake information. We're about power. We're not about degrees. We're about power. We're not about no fake numbers that they can create anytime and subtract anytime they want. Wealth is in your hands. And unless a motherfucker just come down with the motherfucking gun and take that shit, you understand what I'm saying? It's yours. And you can make it do whatever the fuck you want to do. And when you take back and get that power and understand power and understand that these businesses, when we talk about economics, the businesses in your community, you must have them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Any of those people that are in your community and they own all of them businesses, they know is the only way for any community to generate money on a daily level, then they have declared war on you. And so you must declare war on them and exert your power and shut them down. And every business you see up there that that belonged to a Korean, whether it's beauty stores, we giving that to our daughters. They can have that. The gas stations, we giving that to our sons. The restaurants, just family businesses. You understand what I'm saying? The mom and pop clothing store, we split that up with the brother, our daughters and our sons. You understand what I'm saying? And so all of that is in building wealth within the black community. And once we get it generated, and we could take that, and at that time, whatever $1 trillion you making that by working for white people, then that shit you take it while you got it. If you're making $1 trillion a year, put up 2-3 trillion. You understand? Real quick. So once you get to generating that goddamn money, it's staying within the goddamn community. Then if you go from the community and get that music, in general, we got enough money where we can open up nigga, that leads to everything else. Then you step to the Congress, then you step to Africa, and you demand that you get what's due you. You demand it. And then once that flip, you can go into Africa and then you can infuse into Africa. Not just you infusing the concept of power to the brothers and sisters. We're not going over there to be no elitists. We're going over there to link with our brothers and sisters that want to do the same goddamn thing and get these raggedy motherfuckers that's in leadership out of leadership in Africa so we can truly bring Africa to redemption. You understand? Not divide with these niggas over here. They blood and cripping in Africa, nation on nation, with they dumb ass. Because one, if they're white man, if the two white mans is beefing, then they niggas beef. You understand? They got beefs all in Africa, no different than they got beefs over here. You understand what I'm saying? Silly ass niggas got to wake up and shed all of that Eurocentric madness. Nigga, get them up out of there. And the niggas that's on their team, then you know what to do with them. You know what to do. It's a time for that. It's a detoxification of the African race. We need a racial cleansing. We need a racial cleansing. It's a detox. You cannot add the nutrients you need to add until you detoxify this shit up out of you. So family, I'm going to end with that. Education, economics exposed is about power. And we about that today. And so we taking this shit on the road. So I hope you got your lesson today. This ain't your Easter sermon. God damn it. This your African Black Power Gas, Global African Supremacist sermon. Take this information. I hope you was taking notes. We'll put it up there. This kind of hard. I probably won't be able to get this one on that. This gonna have to be on DVD. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I got my site is up, Seti.com. I'm getting ready to put the DVDs on there within a week or so. And so you can always go up there and get that hard body DVD. And I don't give a fuck if you copy it, as long as you get the original one from me, goddammit. As long as you keep spending with me, and goddammit, you go out there, I expect for you to burn that motherfucker and give it to the people, because that's how we expand the knowledge. I'm not no nigga to think that I'm going to get $1 from him. No, that ain't even about that. But to keep me, supporting me and supporting my family so that I could do this hard body work for you. You come back and you give some money to the house. Then you come back and you give some money to young Pharaoh to make sure that his family is fed and that he could do that goddamn work. And then that's how we can expand the economy. I had niggas, you can go on goddamn internet right now and you could type my damn DVD and you got hundreds of niggas with my DVDs up there. Motherfucker ain't gave me shit. And motherfuckers want to know what Seti did for the goddamn community. I held this motherfucker up. That's what the fuck you niggas was eating off of me for a long motherfucking time. But today, it's a new